Looking to see here as we get into our bracket for today. You can see that we got quite a list of lovely players here. I know that we were talking earlier before the production even got to get started about Melly stepping up against BrianYi here. Costi, you know him, you love him. Walk me through what we should expect for this one.
Oh yeah, so basically we have the Melly and BrianYi versus the Gusta and Mistyc matchup right here. So I imagine everyone knows Melly goes Melly mode. Absolutely dash jabbing, king of it. He loves doing that. Of course as well, those dash in Sares, loves doing that as well. Expect a lot of that in neutral, as well as BrianYi, really expert Shaggy, playing almost the same exact way, but not quite, you know, as as elaborate as I like to put it when it comes into Melly mode, right? As well as for Mistyc and Gusta. Bugs Rain Dog, not necessarily a duel we've seen much of, but recently they've been doing really well for themselves. They actually nabbed a first place in a recent tournament. So definitely a really good matchup right there, ladies and gentlemen at home.
And this is going to be frustrating to deal with too, because of course we know with any mage, but especially those characters that really can just weave between those autos, those power gems, and then those fireballs just can really make the entire map a hazard. So you don't want to get yourself put on a tilt too easily, especially so early on in the bracket. It's not a sprint, Costi. It's a marathon. There's a lot of games you have to play through to ensure you get that W. So hopefully if you're going up against the Rain Dog here, making sure to just pop those crystals early, get past, weave through all the projectiles, and find yourself some nice venison.
Oh yeah, plenty of projectiles will be flown on the Shaggy side as well as the Rain Dog side. A lot of Bugs Bunny stuff as well with Mistyc on the map here. Putting out those tunnels, putting out those safes, rockets, all the good Bugs Bunny cheese stuff, right? But I assume, actually, we're going to be off stage for most of these fights here, assuming from everybody's playstyles here, especially Mistyc and Gusta kind of just forcing offstage options so many times.
And that's dangerous stuff there if you're going to be playing off stage, especially if it forces you to focus. When it's duos, of course, you've got someone else who could try to draw that heat from you. It takes good communication there as well, and that's sometimes what decides, you know, character picks, tier picking, all important aspects of the game. But if you're not coming in here synergetic, you had an argument the night before, you still haven't talked it out, you haven't had that hug, you haven't kissed and made up, that could very well also be what decides you going further or going home. So hopefully everyone's staying in comms, no one's just going to go on mute mode, and you got to make sure that you're all synergized up.
Yes, sir. You got to have excellent synergy, especially when it comes to covering options off stage. Getting people into that side blast zone, bottom blast zone, top blast zone. Don't matter. Somebody's got to go to the blast zone, you know?
Yeah, man, at some point, at the end of the day, someone's got to die here. So whether or not it ends up being you first or someone else. But as far as these matchups go, what should we expect? You just walked us through the typical character picks. It's going to be that Bugs Rain Dog. It's going to be our Shaggy. And I believe you mentioned Wonder Woman. No, sorry.
Yeah,
right?
Wonder
Woman, sorry. In terms of what we should expect here, who's stock tanking, who's going to be taking the front lines, what dynamic should we expect when these two interplay?
As for Bugs Rain Dog, I assume Gus is going to be playing back, kind of finding his engagements whenever, you know, Misty is in trouble or option select, right? As well as I believe Melly will be the front line and Shaggy will be the back line, kind of supporting him, whether it be from sandwiches or just creating pressure with his movement. You know, just baiting out moves. You know, so that way he can kind of find those whiff punishes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a game one.
Gusta versus Misty versus Melly and BrianYi. Shaggy, like you said, going to be cowering behind Wonder Woman, looking like, I'm sure, a lot of the gamers in the audience, if they were confronted with an Amazonian goddess in front of them. I know you ain't talking to her. You wish you could. Now Shaggy, though, off stage, trying to instantly get some charge off there. Nice little skedaddle, trying to get that offstage pressure you mentioned early, but not for too much worth. It's going to be actually a lot of damage dropping here on a Melly.
Yes, sir. Mistyc already dropping at 63 on BrianYi, but Melly BrianYi already with their horizontal pressure.
Nice.
Never mind vertical pressure. Already taking a stock from the other team right here.
I mean, that's just what you expect. It's tank. They're going to be staying in the game for quite some time. Shaggy not quite having that same heft, but still doing a good job remaining cool, calm, and collected. You're just seeing the way they ebb and flow their focus now, just batting this Bugs back and forth. It's beautiful to see. One woman now stocking at 110, Shaggy about to reach those same numbers, but so far, Melly and Brian are doing a fantastic job securing 2 stocks without any answer.
Oh yeah, Melly and BrianYi have a hefty lead right now. Mistyc has to be that main person trying to find those kill confirms, as Raindog really struggles getting those kills sometimes unless you hit the little, you know, Gusta combo, Sair into side B off the stage. But Melly and BrianYi are very used to that conversion. Oh, Gusta and Mistyc finding their conversions right here. We got a pretty even game right here, although Melly and BrianYi do have the slight stock advantage as well as damage percentage right here.
Stage advantage too. I mean, you got a lot of extra credit racked up here. Look at that damage already. Nice little knee just for added panache. At the end of the day, they just were able to hold on for longer, and they were able to focus their fire a bit better. Eat up those corn dogs there, Brian. You deserve it.
Yes, sir. That was a really good set play by Melly to kind of get that little stage control with the Sair, as well as BrianYi coming in with the knee of justice, as we like to call it here. So really good game 1 coming in from Melly and BrianYi. So game 2, let's see what Gusta and Mistyc have been cooking up in between games right here. Let's see what they can do to adapt, as well as Melly and BrianYi to keep that heat going.
Yeah, they got to figure out something a bit more elaborate. You can't just be cooking up Hot Pockets for dinner. It's date night. You got to be getting some filet mignon. But the issue is they just can't play their game that we talked about at the desk. You're not seeing that projectile play here from the Raindog. They've got to go melee. And like you mentioned earlier, that's just not going to be their specialty. Getting a bit of that tether and now putting up that power crystal. It might just get popped just as quickly. But now we're seeing Raindog with a bit more space. Not enough, though. That damage coming through once again.
Yeah, especially with one woman being kind of like anti-projectile, Gusta has to find like those option selects with those with the boxing moves. So Gusta's got to be a little bit more hands-on here. Although projectiles could help, especially in those edge guard situations, as long as there's no one woman up B to worry about, especially with the down B as well with the shielding. Gusta finally trying to get dodge and weave.
Not gonna work too well there for the Raindog. Put down once again. Old Yeller. Going to be a repeat sequel here in the Multiversus canon events. We're seeing them try to get some synergies off here when Bugs Bunny uses a dig, and then you see them try to use Flamethrower, but it's not very effective here. One woman there just going a bit high, too high for their liking perhaps, but a nice little up air. Gonna try to finish off that combo, not quite being allowed that luxury. Keeping Bugs though off stage is a good solution, especially with that forwarder to secure the stock.
Yes, sir. Really good Sair coming in from Melly, especially playing within that burnout right there. Nice Sair's option select coming in from Melly. Melly living at 153, but unfortunately dying to Bugs up air. BrianYi going up there with him. Even game, ladies and gentlemen, although Gusta's at 71, so right here, Gusta's got to do some living as well as find his ways in right now. But Melly BrianYi have really good option select, as well as if one of them gets a conversion, the other person will be right behind them.
I mean, right behind him, but just not in the right moments. You saw Bugs Bunny there, had someone caught in their clutches with the spin to win, but there just wasn't any follow-up there from the Raindog, and that's going to put them in trouble because now both are off stage. The pressure, the stage control has just been all Melly and Brian. You see them hunting for the dog, and they found the stock. They found the set.
Yes, sir. Really good set coming in from Melly and BrianYi. Moving on to... Oh wait, never mind. BO5.
Oh,
it's top
my
8,
bad.
Yep, it's top 8.
We moving on along here, but at this point, I don't know, unless they just find some big adjustments to their strategy, it's gonna be rough here. In terms of what you're thinking, if you're this Bugs, you're this Raindog, what do you think's gonna be your key to pull up with a dub?
Oh, well, it's gonna be really tough, especially with Raindog not having kind of like that extra oomph, that kill power factor. So Bugs Bunny gotta really come up with a little bit more cheese, whether it be from rocket up air, which Misty did miss a couple times, right? As well as, you know, maybe some safe setups along with the tunnel, right? There we go, tunnel, nair, up tilt, into up there. There's the rocket. Oh, but didn't go force anything else out of that because of the rage. Really good opening by Misty, but could have gotten way more.
I'm liking the tunnel play, though. It's already keeping that pressure. Still, both members here of Blue not taking any damage. Finally going to get a few numbers tacked on, but that's okay. Just going to add the blood to their ledger. Look at Raindog there with a beautiful juggle off stage, finding an early stock.
Yep, that was the Gusta special right there. Side B. We all love seeing it early percentages, but yes, Gusta needs to find these kills between, I'd say, 80 and 90, especially if he's staring and, you know, doing side special off stage, the Gusta classic, right? Otherwise, you know, Misty's gonna have to find a straight hit, and Bugs is really good at getting straight hits, but Melly and BrianYi are really, really good at avoiding them, right?
Oof, that side special not gonna be avoided, gonna result in 2 stocks lost there so quickly. Do the tides change? And now look at this, once again, just business as usual here for Melly and Brian. Unfortunately, maybe business gonna be closed down in a second. Shaggy goes down once again. This puts them a bit against the ropes here, but still, Melly, that Wonder Woman, that tank, not gonna be going for a bit more time unless they find another side special off stage.
Yeah, that was a really good option select right there by Misty, but unfortunately got stopped by Melly, but was able to get out of the way, right? And now we got a little momentum coming in from Melly and BrianYi right here, taking control of center stage right here. Yep, really good knee coming in from Brian, allowing him to go for that rage. Let's see what Brian can do with this rage right here, whether it be pressure for Melly to get a nice hit, which he did, but no follow-up, unfortunately. Jab, jab, up B. There's a kill right there. Gusta, unfortunately, flew right into that up B right there.
I mean, they're trying sometimes to both play the projectile game, but Wonder Woman's got tools to deal with that, and if one member of the team is not actually diving to force their attention, they're gonna be in trouble, but so is Wonder Woman going in a bit too deep. Bugs Bunny never punished. What's up, Doc? As they go beneath the ground, trying to get them a doctor, because right now, Shaggy's looking quite weak. They're in death's door. That safe's gonna come in, molly-whopping them, and the tunnel's been placed as well, and now both high health members just trying to maintain their forces. Sandwich is coming in. No one's hungry here today for a foot long. Doesn't matter. We're going to be giving it to you. Subway, have it your way. Blue having that first victory.
Yes, sir. That was indeed Subway having it some way. Really, really good play by Gusta right there. Unfortunately, Melly was trying to hold the fort, but unfortunately, going Melly mode was not enough. It really wasn't. He's really going to come in with the Melly method as well as show them some Melly manners if he wants to take this set right here.
It was close, man. I'm not gonna lie, that one had me against the ropes, but they seem to have changed up in terms of, I think it was the tunnel play, genuinely. We talked about it before, we touched on it for a moment, but the way they were able to interweave, almost change places, a bit of Freaky Friday action here on a Saturday, where they just continuously were being very elusive and hard to place. Those fireballs through the tunnels as well, so frustrating. Getting that fully charged crystal off is gonna be really nice. Hopefully get that buff here, maybe just set up that annoying rotating turret. You can see that Shaggy having to play around it in the corner before they can finally break it. And with these fireballs too, it seems that Gusta and Misty are feeling a bit more comfortable playing their projectile game.
Yes, sir. And once they finally get those projectiles to land, as well as really find like their way in, whether it be from a Bugs Bunny Nair, Dare, you know, Gusta doing this Sair. Oh my! Speaking of Sair.
Disgusting. Disgusting off that Shaggy up. I mean, just continuously finding these opportunities, and instantly the other member is just mind-linked. They're reacting so well with each other. Fortunately, Shaggy drinking a Red Bull, they got wings, they can fly. They're going to be able to fly their way right back to center stage. Wonder Woman not going to be granted that same luxury, so each team taking a stock apiece. That's a-okay, because Bugs looking a lot worse for wear. They're going in deep. That tether might be necessary to bring them back, but here comes the special finds it. The knee of justice as well. Might be delivered in a second. A good side special there from the dog to try to get back to stage. They might be in trouble though themselves.
Oh my gosh, here comes Shaggy Steve Austin right here. Oh, but unfortunately did not survive right there. But Gusta holding on to his life right here, 132. Let's see what he can make out of it. Stock tanking, really good play by Gusta, finding that opening right there. And Misty for the follow-up with the Bugs Up bet. That's a special. Playing for the long tunnel right here to help Gusta on his stock tanking journey right here. Let's see how long Gusta can keep on his life, or if Melly can kind of break those defenses apart.
Ooh, yeah, just as soon as it's said, and now Bugs caught in a really awkward position. That tether, though, reaching all the way from Kingdom Come, and Wonder Woman could be in a bit of trouble. Safe's going to be blocked, though, and that keeps them safe, too. Being juggled just a little bit by those up airs, going to be able to land without taking too much damage, but Brian in a bit of a spot of bother here. It's going to be between Bugs and Shaggy, and it seems that the answer is going to be the former. Another game taken here by Melly, and Brian means the set goes to them.
Yes, sir. Stone Cold Shaggy Austin taking that jab, jab, uppercut, sending him to the top blast zone. Really, really good play by BrianYi. He might be going on to Fiji into winners finals. Really, really good play right there. And as well, we will definitely be seeing some Gusta and Misty action in losers, right? So